Hi, welcome back to Laughing Tavern. Normally on Sunday nights, I play Vantage from Stonemaier Games solo, but I decided to mix it up a little bit and play the great game from Ravensburger, The Princess Bride, the adventure book game. Basically, this is where you go through 6 chapters in a book, and each chapter is a little bit different. You have different minis. Let me show you here. So this is the first chapter. These are the 2 minis we'll be using, Westley and Buttercup. They also have other minis for other chapters. My favorite, of course, being the man I am, the size I am, has to be Fezzik. He's actually holding a rock. A little side note, I dressed up as Fezzik one year for Halloween and won 3rd place in my company's costume contest. And when I met Carrie Elwes at a meet and greet, I mentioned that to him, and he told me I was the Brute Squat. So, bucket list item checked. As always, let me know if you're here in the chat so I can talk to you. Ask me questions about anything, about the game, about the Laughing Tavern, about D&D, books, movies, whiskey, beer, whatever. Pop it in the chat and we can chat during this. Now, the whole point of this game is to complete the chapters of this book. The 6 chapters are As You Wish, Escape by Sea, Cliffs of Insanity, Fire Swamp, It'll Take a Miracle, and Have Fun Storming a Castle. Now, just like the movie, Fred Savage, the little ingrate that he is, will interrupt your story constantly. The problem is, you can't be interrupted more than twice, or you have to start the game over from chapter 1. So you get 2 chances to make your way through all 6 chapters. Now, each story, or each chapter, has your own rules for setup in terms of tokens needed, the chapter rules, which we'll go over here in a second, along with the normal rules that you have when you set up the game, which is you have your plot cards. These are numbered, and like this is for number 9. Each story, each chapter, has their own result of what happens for each card that gets pulled. Normally something bad. If you run out of plot cards, you get interrupted on your first turn. And we'll go over to the turn here in a minute. The replay card over here starts with Fred Savage face up. When you get interrupted the first time, you flip him over to the grandfather, Grandpa Columbo. This lets you know that if you get interrupted again, the game is over. Now, you don't have to complete all 6 chapters in one sitting. There are rules in the book for how to make sure you separate things out and what to do when you set up the game the next time. Like, you don't separate out the 2 different kinds of cards. As you can tell, they have the same backing, right? One are special cards, which give you added bonuses when you're playing. It's almost like a deck builder to a point. The 5 types of cards in the story cards are Adventure, Love, Courage, Intrigue, and Revenge. These cards are all needed to complete the challenges over here for each chapter. You need a certain number of different kinds of cards and other requirements to make that challenge. You have to have characters at certain squares, or certain things have to happen. The last one in the grouping is always, you cannot complete it until you've completed all the others. These are the challenge counters that you can use to mark which ones you've completed. For this one, so basic rules are everybody gets 4 cards to start from the storybook deck. So I will deal my 4 cards out to me here. Keep those face down for a minute. Each chapter has its own setup as well. So for this one, As You Wish, the story so far. Buttercup enjoys nothing more than tormenting the farm boy, whose only reply is, As you wish. Chapter rules. Chores. During the storytelling phase, the active player may discard a card to move a chore counter in Westley's space to the list of chores down here. Very important, because the chapter is interrupted if there are no more chore counters remaining in the list of chores when you would need to place a chore on the map. How do you place a chore on a map? That's where the plot cards come in. 1 through 15, you place a chore counter from the list of chores on a space with the same number. For example, if you drew plot card 14, place a chore on space 14. 16 to 20, fetch me that picture. Move Buttercup to Westley's space, then draw and resolve another plot card. That one hurts because one of the challenges, the final one, is Buttercup has to be back in the barn and Westley has to be down here. So if she's constantly moving to him, you've got to spend all your turns moving her back. I did do a dry run of this yesterday, and it is very hard solo. It is a solo game. There's no special solo rules. It's just with other players, you have more of the adventure cards on the table. So you can better figure out how to do things. But the plot goes along faster because every turn you blow through a plot card. Let's talk about turns. On a turn, there are 5 groups of things you can do. I'm not sure if my camera's picking this up. You can move. I'll just read it. You can move a single character, 0 to 2 spaces, or 2 characters, 1 space each. Storytelling. You can do these in any order. Discard any number of cards and move 1 character 1 space per card. Complete challenges. If you have the cards and meet all the other requirements, you can complete a challenge. You can play the special cards, which we talked about. If they're in your hand, you can play them at any time. Any player, if you're playing them in a multiplayer game, can do that. You can trade a single card with 1 player. You can use a miracle. I'm talking about miracles. Miracles are these little stars. There's only 1 per chapter. They do carry over chapter to chapter if you don't use them. But miracles, you can use them to draw 3 cards from the storybook deck or 1 card from the special deck. Once you're done doing what all you want in the storytelling phase, you then draw 2 cards from the storybook deck. Then you draw a plot card, and then you discard down to 6 cards in your hand, and then the next person would go, or in this turn, or in my case, start the turn over. Now, the rule book has, in the back, the rules for setting up each chapter. So, for chapter 1, as you wish. We follow the instructions for the basic setup. Then we place Westley in the barn and Buttercup in the farmhouse. We place 1 chore token on the wood, well, and horse locations. We place the remaining chore tokens on the list of chores down here. These are the ones that will be refreshed constantly throughout this chapter. We place a miracle in the miracle space, which in this case is space 9. And whoever most recently completed the chore goes first. Well, seeing how I spent several hours doing yard work today, that would be me. So, welcome again. Hopefully this is not your first time. I know if you are used to watching me play Vantage, playing this game, if you want me to only do Vantage, let me know. If you want me to do both, let me know. There's other solo games I have. I may just throw in random streams. Just a little bit of a note, there will not be a stream next Sunday night. It being Father's Day, I've got a friend visiting, so we're just going to not do a stream next Sunday. All right, well, hopefully we got some people watching. Let's begin. Oh, the 4 cards I got Adventure, Revenge, Love, and Intrigue. Now, if we look over here, what do I need to do in this chapter? I need to complete the As You Wish challenge. Requires must be 2 or fewer chore counters on the map. Westley and Buttercup must be on the same space. I need 1 love card, so I've already got that. And the reward is to draw 1 card from the special deck. The special cards go in your deck, and then they go into the discard and get shuffled back in when you reshuffle or you start a new chapter, or you start the game, or you start over from an interruption. But if you're starting over from chapter 1 because you got interrupted twice, you separate out the special cards and the story cards. Second challenge, True Love. Requires Westley and Buttercup. They must be in the barn. Draw 1 card from the special deck. I do need 2 loves and 1 courage. And the final one for this chapter, Seek Fortune. Buttercup must be in the barn. Westley must be in the 2 fortune space, which in this case is down here in this corner, in space number 4. You must have completed all the other challenges. and you need 2 adventure and 1 courage. So this lets me know of what cards I don't need during this chapter. Like, I don't need intrigue or revenge. So these are good cards to discard to have Westley complete the chores or to move somebody an extra space or 2. So it's good to have these in this chapter. The next chapter, all different cards get used, and you need all the cards for different things. So it's really chapter by chapter. Each chapter is supposed to take 15 minutes to get through it successfully. Playing solo, it goes really, really fast. Like I did drawing 1 and got nailed in chapter 2 twice. Chapter 2 is hard, but when you're by yourself. All right, so we're gonna get started. So first thing we can do is move. So we know we need to get Westley and Buttercup into the same spot and get rid of chores tokens. So I think what I'm going to do first is move Westley 2 spaces to the well, use a discard of revenge so I can get rid of that chore. It's always good to keep the chores going when you have the cards to do it, because you don't want to run out of chores. That's when you get interrupted. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a different little token here to keep track of which phase I'm in, because it can get a little confusing when you start trying to analyze where you were and you forget where you were in the process. Well, let's see. I think I'm going to hold on to the intrigue card. I don't want to spend an extra card to move Westley again, not at this point, or to move Buttercup. So I don't want to do that. I can't complete any challenges right now. Don't have any special cards. No other players to trade with, and no miracles. All right, so now I draw 2 cards from the discard deck, Adventure and Adventure, which is good because I need Adventure at the end to complete the last chapter, the last challenge. So I'm trying to hold on to those 2. So I've got an extra Adventure and an Intrigue, and I need a love. I need 3 loves and 2 more loves and a courage still. So I need to, I'll be swapping out some cards here. All right, so that was draw. Now for the plot. Let's see what Fred Savage has in mind for us today. 4. Is this a kissing book? So what that means is I need to put a chore token on spot 4. So now there's 3 chore tokens on the board, which means I can't complete the challenge yet, the As You Wish challenge, because it requires 2 or less. So now I don't have 6 cards, I have 5, so I do not have to discard down. So back up again, now we can move. So what I really want to do is I want to, and you can only move on the paths, the connected paths here. I'm going to move Westley 2 spots, 1, 2. You know what? I am going to use one of my adventures to move him to the miracle. So I want to have this miracle token. I'm going to put this over here. If you pass, you don't have to land on that spot either. If you pass over it, you get that miracle token. I'm going to keep a couple cards. Same as before, I can't really do anything yet. So I'm going to draw 2 more cards, another intrigue, and another love. All right, so I'm working towards the cards I need here. All right, another plot. Another plot. Number 9. Yes, you're very smart. Shut up. All right, so chore token goes back to number 9, which is where I am at currently, which is nice. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start moving Buttercup towards Westley, because I want to get her to the wood pile, because he needs to get there as well to clear off that one. So I've got a plan. So I'm going to move her 2. So 1, 2. So she's at the wood pile. I'm going to spend a card to have him clear here. And that's it for right now. Yeah. Yep. Well, this can... I don't have 6 cards still, so draw 2 more. Adventure. Looking for a courage, so I have all what I need. I need 2 courages, but there's a revenge, which I don't need in this game. So now, another plot. Plot 5. When's it get good? All right, which is fine because I'm going to be moving there anyways. So I'm going to move, and this is the problem. You can only move, and then you have to spend cards to move after that. Move is your first turn. The removal of stuff happens as part of the storytelling phase. So, well, I need to go. Let me move up to 5. I'll spend my 1. What I'll do is I'll move everybody 1. I want to get her on the path going towards the barn anyways for the next challenge. I will discard a card to remove this token. And actually, I'm going to spend another card to move him 1 spot, and then another card to remove that. I'm starting to get too many ahead of me. I want to be able to get that done. So now I'm back down to 2 because I'm going to pop back up. Plus, what I had to discard cards anyways at the end of this turn. So I had more than 6. So better to use them than lose them. Oh, there's one of the courages I needed. So I need 1 more love. And there's my 3rd love. All right. So now, right now, I've got the 6 cards I need to meet all the challenges. Nope. I'm missing 1 more courage. All right. I'm close, though. So that was my draw. And now plot comes out again. Plot 10, which is still within 15. Thank you very much. Very nice of you. So spot 10 gets 1. So basically, I'm chasing chores around because I don't want them to build up too much. But I can also try to start moving towards the barn. I can at least do the true love challenge, possibly, and try to clear out chores as they come along. All right, so let's decide to move here. I am going to move Buttercup towards the barn. I want to get her towards the barn. I don't want to spend any cards right now, but I have 6. I'm going to have to draw up, which is fine. I can discard. Well, actually, yeah, this is tough. This is not going to go good for me already. So, welcome everybody. Please pop something in the chat. Let me know you're here. Ask some questions. The Princess Bride is the best movie ever. It's got everything you need, everything you want in the movie. Adventure, horror, drama, romance, eels, rats, kings, princes, pirates, and Andre the Giant. What more do you want from a movie? Oh, if you ever get a chance to see an Inconceivable Evening with Cary Elwes, where you watch the movie and then he comes out on stage for a Q&A and he talks about the movie. Lots of stories about Andre. I'm sure now lots of stories about Rob Reiner, of course. But if you can, do the meet and greet ahead of time. You'll get a signed copy of his book as you wish. You get a picture taken with him. Like I said, he's very, very nice. He was awesome. Highlight of the last couple of years. It was so great. So do it. All right, let's decide. I'm going to start moving Westley towards the barn. I'm going to do 2. I'm going to get rid of a love and an adventure and move him 2 more to get him over to the horse. I'm going to be at 6 cards, so I'm trying to figure out what may come out. And I'm going to spend a love to clear off this one on my turn. You know what? I'm going to spend my miracle, and I'm going to draw a special card, get it added to the deck. They could be wild cards. It can let me discard and pick more cards, let me do a free move of different characters. And I'm going to need it. I'm running into some issues here. Let's see. A nice ML key. Draw 3 cards from the story deck, then discard 2 from your hands. A mutton, lettuce, and tomato sandwich when the mutton's nice and lean and the tomato's ripe. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and draw 3 cards now and see if I can get some things back. All right, I got a second courage, which is one I need. And I got 2 intrigues. I know I'm going to have to discard at the end of this turn, but it got me extra cards, so now I can keep what I need. Yeah, so let's draw 2. I've got a 3rd courage. I got another love. So what I'm going to do is get rid of a courage and an intrigue because I don't need them. So that keeps me back at 6 cards. Plot. Number 8. Wait, just wait. And that's okay because it's kind of in the area I am. So I can actually go back through, clear that. I can complete a challenge this turn now. First thing I do is move 2. I'm going to spend an intrigue to clear this. So now I'm down to only 2 left. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of the 2 courages I have. I'm going to spend that so I can move 2 Buttercup and complete a challenge. So I'm going to cash in my love card to complete this challenge. I can draw 1 card from the special deck. In this case, it's Inigo. Sir, we're in a terrible rush. You may move 1 character up to 3 spaces. If you rush a miracle man, you get rotten miracles. So that's going to come in handy because one of the last challenges is to totally separate the 2 characters. And right now, they each have to get into the barn for the second one if I get another love at the end of this turn. So I'm going to hold on to that card. I'm not going to discard that bad boy. That's a good card to have. So again, welcome all. Let me know you're here. Hopefully you enjoy this Princess Bride adventure book game from the folks at Ravensburger. So check them out. Links down in the description. You can only get the game now from what I could find on Amazon. It's still there. Also check out my partners down below there. You got Dubby, Only Crits, and We Print Minis. Links in the description, discount codes, all that. So please check out my partners. They're really great. I lived off the Dubby today, the rehydration powder, after doing all my yard work. All right, so now I can draw 2 cards. Let's hope we get stuff we need. Yes, we got an adventure, which we need for the end. So we got the end one almost, unless if I can just, if it can be a courage, that'd be great. Oh, it's the second love. All right. So if we get to the barn, we can complete the second challenge. Plot time. Well, now, thankfully, the chores now, I don't need 2 or less, so I don't need to keep clearing them off. However, I do need to make sure I always have 1 in the bank so that when a plot comes up, I can put a chore on. I don't want to get interrupted in this first chapter. Spot 6. When I was your age, television was called books. So a chore goes on spot 6, which is up here. All right, so now move. I can move each character 1 spot into the barn. Oh, I forgot to read the end of the challenge, As You Wish. That day, she was amazed to discover that when he was saying, as you wish, what he meant was, I love you. Of course, classic, ultimate classic. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to discard my 2 loves and a courage to complete True Love. Awesome. Draw 1 card from the special deck. As you wish. Fitting. Choose a player. That player draws 1 card from the story deck, then may give any player up to 2 cards from the hand. What he meant was, I love you. Now, for me, this just means I can draw an extra card. which can really help, especially here, because if I get courage, I can end the game if I can get Westley to spot 4 down here to fortune. So I'm going to I'm going to draw 1 card, and it's love. It doesn't help me much. However, I am going to, oh, here we go. This is going to work. So I'm going to cash in this card, which allows me to move 1 character up to 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. And this is all still part of the storytelling thing. So this is where you can cascade and chain things together. I'm going to discard my love to move him to here. So now my players are where they need to be. And I'm actually on a chore. So if I get low, I can cash in a card to remove that. All I need to do is pull a courage card here, and it'll be good. So let's see what I pull. Love, which does not help me, and adventure, which does not help me. But that will allow me to move and clear the chores, because now we're up to plot. 7, keep your shirt on, let me read. All right, so 1 goes to 7. So now they're starting to get kind of spaced out. I want to leave Buttercup in the barn. That's where she needs to be. I'm going to spend one of my adventure cards to clear this. Go back to 3, which is good. And draw. There's my courage. All right, so next turn I can win this in my next turn, provided I don't draw a card that's 16 or higher and move Buttercup to my space in an intrigue, which is good. I can get her back to the barn on the next turn because I can move her 2, then spend these 2. So I'm golden no matter what happens here. 19, and I'm so glad I am, because this is exactly what I feared would happen at some point in this chapter. Your vote of confidence is overwhelming, so a chore goes to spot 9. No chore. She moves here. Not a problem. I can move her 2. I can spend 2 to move her 2. And then I can cash in these. So seek fortune. Buttercup must be in the barn. Westley in 2 fortune. Completed all the other challenges. You complete this chapter. So that's 1 chapter done. Took about 20 minutes. A little bit longer. Now, all your special cards stay in your deck. Like I said, they stay until you get interrupted twice. So we have a second chapter, which gets set up uniquely as well. So thankfully, this game is rather quick to jump between chapters. You don't reshuffle the special deck whatsoever. You put your challenge tokens back. You may not need those, but you will shuffle your plot deck and your storybook deck, which includes the special cards. If I did not use my miracle, it would carry over. And the plot decks do different things with each chapter. You'll see this one is this one coming up is rough. It's got a lot of moving pieces to it, and each chapter gets harder and harder in terms of, especially solo. I've only gotten to the second chapter. I did not beat it. I wanted to stop there because that gave me a good idea of what I was in for. As before, I get 4 cards to start. So I get courage, intrigue, and adventure. So we turn the page in the book. Escape by sea. Second setup. It will tell us who to put where. Place Fezzik, Inigo, and Buttercup there. Place Vizzini up at the captain's spot. You place so we have 2 ships. We have our ship and Westley's ship. Basically, we're in a race. we have to get to the Cliffs of Insanity as part of our last challenge. So we have to get there after, at some point, and then complete the challenges to complete that. But this boat cannot catch us. And the boat moves on the plot hooks. And it can move very, very fast. Oh, and we get a miracle spot, which is right there. All right, Escape by Sea. The story so far. Buttercup has been abducted by a trio of strange characters. As they make their escape by sea, a mysterious ship gives chase. Chapter rules: sailing. In order to move your ship to the next space on the map track, either Fezzik or Inigo must be in the same space as Vizzini, and you must discard a card that matches the icon of the next space on the map track. So if you look up here, you'll see any. The green is adventure, black is revenge, orange is the courage, blue is intrigue. And there's any spaces. So I have to pay very close attention to what cards are coming up, and possibly sacrifice doing something here with the other characters for the other challenges, which we'll get to get my boat to the Cliffs of Insanity. I lost yesterday twice because that boat catches up fast. And this is why. Oh, hang on. If Vizzini's on the prow, you may discard any 3 cards to sail the ship one space. So if I don't have a revenge, but I have 3 cards, if I can get Vizzini to the prow, I can bypass that space. You may move your ship any number of times during your turn as long as you're able to discard the appropriate cards, so you can chain them. Challenges. No more rhymes now. I mean it. Anybody want a peanut? Inigo and Fezzik must be in the same space, and Vizzini must be on the prow. Choose any player. They draw 2 cards from the story deck. The Shrieking Eels. Buttercup must be in the water, and Fezzik must be at the railing. You move Buttercup back in the boat and draw 1 card from the special deck. There is a warning here. The ship cannot move if Buttercup is in the water. So you don't want to put her into the water until you know you're not going to move. Or you can pull her right out because you have the Courage and Adventure card, which I do. And then I need an Intrigue and a Love for No More Rhymes Now I Mean It. I wish I could do voices. I wish I could do Andre. I wish I could do Walshawn, Vizzini. I wish I can. I can't get my voice to go that high. All right. So, of the plot table, 1 through 10, move Vizzini to the space on the board with the same number as reveal plot card, and move the mystery ship 1 spot. 11 to 15, move the mystery ship 2 spaces. 16 to 18, move the mystery ship 2 spaces and move Fezzik and Inigo back to the starting spot. 19 and 20, discard 2 more plot cards and resolve their effects. This one ended quick for me last night, so I've got to try and figure out how to balance this. Like right now, I have no way to do any of these. I can do the Shrieking Eels. I can I'm going to yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do right now. So I have 4 spaces before it catch me. I'm going to close this one out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move her 2 spaces into the water. I'm going to spend a courage. No, I'm going to leave her right there for now. I'm going to save those cards to move. I'll move Fezzik next if I have to. As with before, there is the same actions I can take. So, get to draw 2 cards, Intrigue, and Revenge. I will need a Revenge rather soon. I'm going to hold on to that one just in case. The Revenge is used up top. 1, 2, 3. I'm at 6 cards, which is fine. Plot. Number 1, a book. Has it got any sports in it? So, he moves to number 1, and the ship moves 1, which is fine for right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move Vizzini 1 and get this miracle. Hold on to that. I'm going to move Fezzik 1. I'm going to spend the Courage and the Adventure to accomplish the Shrieking Eels. So Buttercup moves back. And I draw a card from the special deck. Ah, you may move a character up to 3 spaces. That's nice. That will come in handy. Because I need to get Vizzini to the same spot as Inigo or Fezzik to move the boat. Which I can do next turn. I can put him in the middle, provided he doesn't move right now, which he might move right now. Hopefully everybody's enjoying this so far. Please let me know if I'm playing it wrong. And I should stop discarding on top of the pile. There we go. All right, I'm going to hold that. I'm going to draw my 2, so I get adventure and intrigue. Oh, I may need that. I'm going to need that adventure before the revenge, so let me put that here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I do have 7 though. I'm going to discard an intrigue because I want to keep these special cards count as the 6 you can have, but I want to keep that because I need to adjust to get the Vizzini to move the boats. I need to start moving the boat until I get a love card, and then I can figure out how to accomplish no more rhymes now I mean it. All right, 4. Oh, good. Sweet. He moves down to where Fezzik is. Awesome. Which is nice because now I can move the ship several spaces now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend... Oh, hang on a second. I can really move. I am not going to move any characters. I'm not going to move any characters, so I'm going to skip that. I'm going to move the boat. So let me see here. I need to keep 1 intrigue. So if I look at the path of this boat, I need to spend any 1, right? I need an adventure, a revenge, and then a courage and an intrigue. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's take a look at this here. I'm going to spend these 3 cards. So I'm going to spend the intrigue to move the ship there, the adventure to move the ship there, and then the revenge to move the ship there. So I put a little bit of distance between us and Westley. I got six total spaces, which they cannot move in 1 turn. And I need the courage and the intrigue coming up, so I want to hold on to those. I don't want to move anybody yet. Let me draw... I'm going to use my miracle and draw 3 cards from the story deck. Revenge, intrigue, and adventure. Okay, I'm going to need adventures at the end, but I can worry about that later. I'm going to need a courage and an intrigue for that, so I want to hold on to those. And then I need a revenge. So right now I have the adventure. That I can use, which I'm going to use now. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to use the adventure because that was my miracle. I did not draw yet. And my courage to move up and my intrigue to move there. Yeah. Yep. So I put some distance between me and the boat. So chaining that together first. So I'm still waiting on that love card. So now I'm going to draw my 2. There's the love card I need with the intrigue and an adventure, which I may need later, which I will need later. All right. So plot. Yes, number 9. Yes, you're very smart. Shut up. So he moves to number 9, which is fine because I can get him to the. He has to be at the prow, anyways, which works for me best because he needs to be there. Inigo and Fezzik need to be in the same spot to do that, which I can fix with the card. So I'm going to move Vizzini to the prow. I'm going to spend my adventure to move Inigo to Fezzik, and then dump my Love and Intrigue. So now I can draw 2 cards from the story deck. So we get Love, which we don't need. Oh, and we got the nice MLT. Draw 3 cards from the story deck, then discard 2 cards from your hand. So I can do that next time around, because that was the draw phase. Which will help because I need to get very special cards here to close out this run, right? Okay, well, plot time. 5. All right, so, oh, I forgot to, how many cards do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. So he should be at the 4th spot. Forgot to move the boat. So I caught it. So he moves the 5, which is right here, which works out great because I'm going to move him 1 here. I'm going to spend the Love as the any card and the Revenge to get to there. I'm going to spend this card to draw 3 and discard 2. Well, I have to discard 2. So I'm going to discard those. So I'm going to use the Intrigue and go 1 more spot. I've got to get to the end. It doesn't require any other cards. So if I can just get to the end, so I'm not worrying about this. I'm just trying to stack the cards I need, which I don't know if you can tell is a Courage, 2 Revenges, 2 Adventures, and 2 Intrigues. So I need to take care of that. All right, so now I draw back to the 2 cards. So I got an Adventure, which I will need, and a Courage, which I need right after this. All right, plot time again. 20. Because we can stop now if you want. Discard 2 more plot cards and resolve their effects. All right, so 17. Move the mystery spot ship twice, and this is why I try to get a big gap on that ship. And then move Inigo and Fezzik to the start space. That's fine. Second one is 15. You mean he wins? Move it twice. So I still have a gap of 6 spaces, so I'm okay. I just need to get some good cards here. Yeah, I don't want to spend... Well, you know what? I'm going to move Fezzik down here, and I'm going to do the Courage. I want to put 1 space in front of us, at least. Trying to get 1 card done at a time, right? Don't need to use that one yet, because I can't move... no need to move 3 spaces, because I don't have 3 cards. I want to save that to move Vizzini to the prow, and possibly discard any 3 cards, story cards, any 3 cards, including you just have to get rid of 3 cards in your hand to move the ship. So I can, yeah, that'll work. So welcome to the Laughing Tavern. For those who just joining, it's Rich. That's Mizo in the corner, our mascot. MYZO, Mizo the Mimic. Check out our merch store. Links in the description. You can get that pillow. That's the extra large, just in case you want to know. All right, back to where we were. Draw 2. Adventure and Love. All right, so we got the 2 adventures we need. We don't need love. Plot time. 10. All right. So he moves to 10, which is fine, which is right there. Ship moves 1. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to move... I don't have Revenge yet, though. I'm going to leave everybody where they are. I don't want to use anything yet because Vizzini's going to bounce around the board. So let's just draw. I'm looking for revenges. I need intrigue. And I don't need adventure or love, but I do need intrigue. And I'm at 6 cards now, so I may just have to sacrifice some cards to just move the ship on my next turn. 8. Vizzini moves to 8. Oh, that's good. Good, good. Okay. I am going to move 1 and 1. I am going to spend these 3 cards. Move the ship 1. I got these 2 adventure. I still got that. Just gotta draw. Another adventure, which I can waste, and a revenge. Okay, so I can at least move another space here. So, Vizzini, 6. Moves to 6. All right, so I'm going to move Fezzik up to Vizzini, spend my revenge, spend my 2 adventures. All right, I've got a big distance on this guy now. I just need 2 intrigue cards. I'm feeling pretty good about this. All right, let me just make sure the ship's in the right spot. Let me count these discards of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You should be 11 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you should be there. Got to double check because I wasn't sure if I always moved them after Vizzini. All right, so I need 2 intrigue cards. Come on, I gotta draw. Give me some good. I don't need revenge. No. Oh, there's the revenges. But I can get Vizzini back to the prow. So he's going to 7. Oh, he moved to 7. Awesome. So I am going to cash in these 3 to move the ship. I just need 1 intrigue card. That's all I need to complete this chapter. And I have not done even remotely looked at the chapters coming forward. So it's going to be learning for both of us. I got my intrigue card. So I just need to get, 19. Discard 2 more and resolve their effects. 18. Move it 2, but put these 2 together, which is what I want. I need them together in order to move the ship. Oh no, I need them with Vizzini, not a problem. I have this. That was 18, right? Yep, and 1 more. 16. 2. Catching up quick. Catching up quick. My turn. I am going to move him 2, use courage, move him 1, use the intrigue to complete the cliffs, to get to the Cliffs of Insanity. Chapter completed. So, hey, it's better than I did last night. If I'm playing wrong, somebody please let me know, but I don't think I am. So, quick reset, back. I have not had an interruption yet, which is going to be key, I believe. So, another quick shuffle. Hopefully everybody's liking this game. Hopefully everybody loves this movie. If there's any younger viewers out there, have you watched it? Please let me know you're here. Toss something in the chat. I appreciate all the support, as always, from anybody who tunes in. Means a lot to me that people want to see a 50-plus-year-old guy play board games or talk about D&D or do whiskey reviews. So I'll get my first 4 cards. We'll see what they are in a second. Let me shuffle the plot deck. Then we got to set up the next chapter, the Cliffs of Insanity. All right. So we may not get through all this tonight. Depending on how long it's taken, I may stop. And we can pick up. Like I said, the book does have rules for instructions for how to pick up. All right. Chapter 3, Cliffs of Insanity. Story so far. Despite the efforts of Vizzini and his men, the man in black remains in hot pursuit. Prince Humperdinck has also given chase, hoping to further his plans to start a war with Gilder. All right, so let's take a look at the Cliffs of Insanity special setup. Let's see, we need Inigo, Fezzik, Vizzini, and Humperdinck on their respective places. As you can see, Inigo's at the top of the cliffs waiting for our hero Westley. Humperdinck's in the distance, Fezzik's waiting with the rock, and Vizzini's waiting at the table. Let's see here. Oh, place Westley in the start space, which is down here at the bottom. Place Buttercup on her portrait in the Battle of Wits. Oh, over there. Okay. That was on the challenge. Place a miracle counter on the miracle space, which is, oh, right there. Oh, a little sneaky. I can get the miracle, but I have to waste the movement because it's not connected to the next. And let's see. Chapter rules. Prince Humperdinck, Inigo, Fezzik, and Vizzini cannot be moved by players, so they stay where they are. Westley cannot move past other characters until they are removed by a challenge reward. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Prince Humperdinck only moves along his path. Where does Westley move? Oh, Westley moves along the white spaces. Okay, so he follows the path all the way around. I don't know if you see, but there is a white space here. That's Wesley's movement. The purple footsteps are Humperdinck's. Okay. This chapter is interrupted if Prince Humperdinck moves onto the same region as Westley or Buttercup, or if he moves to the ravine. So, he can't be in the same spot as Westley. That's why there's regions here. We got the Ancient Ruins region, the Stonefields region, the Gilder Frontier region, and then we got the ravine down here. Challenges. You seem a decent fellow. I hate to kill you. Westley and Inigo must be in the same space. I need 2 revenge in an adventure. Remove Inigo from the board. Draw 2 cards from the story deck. Sportsmanlike requires Westley and Fezzik in the same spot. 2 courage in an adventure. Remove Fezzik. Draw 2 cards from the story deck. Battle of Wits. Wesley and Vizzini must be in the same space. I need 3 intrigue cards. Remove Vizzini. Place Buttercup in Wesley's space and draw 2 cards from the special deck. Oh, 2 cards. And then at the end, down the ravine, as you wish. Westley and Buttercup must be in a ravine. You must have completed all the other challenges. I need 2 love and an adventure to do that. So there's a lot here. I need a lot of cards. It's using all but 1 mini. So let's see. I've got a courage, an intrigue, an adventure, and a revenge. So this is more about planning out step by step. So I need to go order by order. So I need 2 revenge and an adventure. So right now I have 2 cards I can burn if I need to. Though that 3rd intrigue is kind of might come into play if I need I need 3 intrigues. So, first things first, let's move Westley 2. Man, yeah, let's just do that. Let's draw 2. Adventure and courage. All right, well, I need 2 courage and an adventure for the second. For sportsmanlike for Fezzik. So I've got that one already set. I just need 1 more revenge for Inigo. All right. Oh, the plot table. I need to go over the plot table. 1 to 5, Prince Humperdinck does not move. But 6 to 20, he moves 1 space. All right, and there are, this really comes down to luck of the draw. Because if I draw 4 cards and he's in the same space, this could get very ugly very fast. He's only got 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces before he's at the ancient ruins, and if I'm not up there and out of there before he gets there, chapter interrupted. All right, so I'm going to have to spend some cards. I'm going to just I have to bypass the miracle this time. I need to move, man, because there's 25% chance 75% chance that he moves 1 spot. You know what? No, let me get the miracle, because I'm going to use the miracle right now and draw 3 cards from the story deck. I need cards, and cards I can discard to move, so I can move quicker. As long as I'm down to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Let me draw 3. So I get an intrigue, an adventure, give me a revenge, and an intrigue. Damn it. Well, that did not work out for me. But I will use 3 cards, 1, 2, to get up into Inigo space. I'm going to hold on to those intrigues because I need those for later. Don't have any loves yet. I am going to get rid of two adventures and a courage to do this. I need those 3 intrigues. I've already got them. But you know what? I can't get there if I don't beat this. So, get rid of 2 intrigues. I need to get through Inigo first, which are these cards, but I need 1 more revenge. I've got the 3 cards to get through Fezzik, so I'm going to hold on to those and hope I get intrigue before I get down to here. Because I needed to move along. I just needed to move along. Yeah. So now I'm going to draw 2. Love and adventure. But now I have to move the plot. Oh, and there's one of the cards you need to move 1 spot. I'm going to discard 2. I'm going to discard. I have to discard 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get down to 6. All right. Can't move them. So I just need to draw. I need a revenge. As you wish, choose a player. That player draws 1 from the story deck and may give. Okay. I need to draw, and I need revenge. Oh, I got revenge, so I can cash in revenge. 2 revenges in an adventure. So remove Inigo. I can draw 2 cards from the story deck. I don't need revenge anymore at all. Back to back to back revenges. Awesome, right? But what this means is I can spend those cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I don't need to spend that many cards yet. He's not going to catch up to me yet. I can use him later. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can't be at 7, so I'm going to spend 1 card to move. Actually, because I have to draw 2. I'm going to spend to get to there. Right? And then draw 2. Courage, which I don't need. And intrigue, which I do need. Okay. All right. Looking good. Do need an adventure at the end. Man, this is stressful. All right. That's plot. 4. Prince Humperdinck does not move. Awesome. So he stays put. All right, my turn. I'm going to move 2. I'm going to spend this courage to move a 3rd to get out of there in the Fezzik spot, and then spend these 2, or these 3 cards. 2 courage and an adventure. No tricks, no weapons, skill against skill alone. And draw 2 more cards from the remove Fezzik and draw 2 more cards from the story deck. There's my 3rd intrigue, which I need. And the love, which I need after that with the adventure. So I'm okay for now because he's got to move many spaces to catch me. So I got through the initial rush where if I went too slow and drew 5 straight cards, interrupted right there. So now he cannot catch me unless I don't move, but I'm going to be moving all the time. All right. So, plot 19. Yes, so he moves. Not a big deal. I am going to move my 2. I'm not going to discard any cards because I need them. But I will draw. I got a courage, which I don't need. And move a character up to 3 spaces. But I have to discard down because the draw happens after the chance of me being able to use those. So I'm going to discard my courage, so I don't need it. Oh, me. All right. Plot time. It's a 9, so yes, he moves. All right. So I'm going to move 1, 2. I am going to, oh, he jumps quick. If he gets through there, he jumps space to space to space. Oh, I didn't notice that. His jumps are bigger. Humperdinck's. Once he gets here, one moves there, one moves there. So I need to get out of here. I'm going to spend this adventure to move out of that zone down to here. And by doing that, that allows me to do the 3 intrigue, which lets me close that out. So Buttercup's with me now. Draw 2 cards from the special deck. Wild card is used for any story card. And everybody moves. You may move each character 1 space. Awesome. So I'm going to do that because I need to get down to the ravine. I'm going to spend that just to move everybody 1. I can move 1 character up to 3 spaces. I'm going to move Buttercup 3 spaces down there. Just because I can catch up, you know, instead of moving 1 at a time. That way I made the big jump to there, get her to the ravine while I collect cards. I need 1 love or 1 adventure, and I can close out this. Right, now it's draw. Courage, which I don't need. And an intrigue, which I don't need. But plot time, Humperdinck does not move. So he's staying far behind, just like in the movie. He's just going to miss us. I'm going to move him 2. And I'm going to draw my 2. I got my 2nd love. All right. So Wasted adventure, which I can use to get everybody synced up. All right, 12. He moves. Move her one, move him one, burn a card to move him one, and then spend 2 loves and a wild card for the adventure. To close this out, I completed chapter 3. All right, that wasn't too bad. I think I comboed stuff right. Again, time to clean up the chapter. So we're moving on to chapter 4. So let me reshuffle these decks here. Hopefully, has anybody else in chat played this game? I know Ravensburger has Goonies, which I have. It requires a GM. There is Lord of the Rings. That one you can still get on the Ravensburger site, link below. There's this one, and they also have a Wizard of Oz one that just came out, I think. Or just came out. I just heard about it. I love Ravensburger. I love their puzzles. I won't buy any other puzzles but Ravensburger puzzles because they're just better quality. Art is beautiful. They're a great company. Puzzles for all ages, all sizes. Puzzle sizes, anybody, no matter your size, can play a puzzle. But I absolutely adore this movie. It's probably my second most watched movie, which is saying something behind the Goonies, which is it was National Goonies Day the other day because it was 41 years since it was released. But Princess Bride, it's one of those that everybody slept on, but they realize now it is so amazing. All right, chapter 4, The Fire Swamp. Story so far, Westley and Buttercup have made their escape into the Fire Swamp. Now they must survive its many perils and find their way through to Westley's pirate ship, the Revenge. Okay, so chapter 4, Fire Swamp. Place Westley and Buttercup on the start space. Place Miracle on the Miracle space. Way down there. Off by itself again. Oh, so in the first 2 chapters, the miracles were easy to get to. Now I realize I should have been holding on to them because these are wasted spaces. You have to waste the movement to go and then come back. As you can see, it's not connected to anything else. I have to go there, waste the movement, and then move back to get it. But it's definitely worth them. Place the 3 wound counters, which are the skull and crossbones here. Oh, damage track. Okay, on the damage track. All right. These are hazards. There is quicksand, fire, and ROUSs. Burns of unusual sizes. So they say mix them up face down so you don't know what's coming up on any. Okay. Place 1 hazard face down in each space. Oh, so every square has a hazard. Well, not every square, but there is a hazard. And then flip them. So it tells you where there's fire, quicksand, rodents. All right. All right, let's see. Plot table or chapter rules. Hazards. Hazards can cause wounds. The chapter is interrupted if you flip the 3rd wound on the damage track. Okay, so you gotta avoid wounds. Challenges. Dread Pirate Roberts. Requires Buttercup and Westley on the same space. You need an adventure, intrigue, and love. Each player draws 2 cards. Flame spurts. Westley and Buttercup must be on a space with a flame spurts hazard. I need a courage and intrigue card. Remove all flame spurt hazards from the map. Draw 1 card from the special deck. Oh, I see what they're doing. So we have to take Gotcha. Lightning sand, not quicksand. Lightning sand. Buttercup must be in a space with lightning sand hazard. Westley must be in an adjacent space to Buttercup. Remove all lightning sand hazards. Draw one card from the special deck. Defeat the ROUSs. Westley must be on a space with an ROUS hazard. Remove one ROUS from Westley's space. Draw one card from the special deck. Was that so terrible? Buttercup and Westley must be on the escape space and complete all the other challenges. All right. I need all the different cards. Okay. Plot table. 1 to 5, nothing happens. 6 to 18. Move each ROUSs one space closer to the nearest character. If there is a tie, players choose which direction they move. Flip one wound counter for each hazard in a space with one or more characters. Oh, so if I didn't clear the hazard, I take a wound. Each character does. So you can end this one really quick too. And in 1920, move each ROUSs 2 space closest to the nearest character and flip 1 wound. Man, okay, so I gotta plan this out. So let's look at our cards. What do we get? Courage, Intrigue, a wild card, and another Intrigue. Courage and Intrigue will help me clear all the flame spurts. All right, so let's take a look at the flame spurts. We each have to be on a space with the flame, but once I do that, I can remove them all. So let's start moving them over here. They each move 1. I want to try and keep them together as long as I can, only because if I can clear the hazard, there won't be a hazard under a character. Can't discard, can't do anything like that. So let's draw another Intrigue, which I can use for Dread Pirate Roberts. And Love, which I can use for Dread Pirate Roberts. Okay, cool. I can clear that one out right away. That one just requires Buttercup and Westley to be in the same space. So, let's turn over a card. It is a 4. Nothing happens. All right, so I'm going to move these each one. I'm going to do Intrigue, Love, and use my wild card to clear the Dread Pirate Roberts challenge. Each player draws 2 cards, which gives me an adventure and a courage, which I do need for the end. That's all right. That works. Oh, I get to draw 2 more cards because that was the draw 2 from there. Courage and courage, which I only need, well, I need 2 more courages, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to discard 1, so I'm going to drop a courage. And draw a plot. 2. Nothing happens. Okay. Digging this. They each move there. I cash these 2 in to remove all the flame hazards. All right. Flame hazards have been removed. Draw 1 card from the special deck. Choose a player, they draw 2 cards from the story deck. All right, I'll hold on to that because I don't need it right now. So I'm going to draw 2 here in a minute, and I will be at 6. So, don't need to do that. All right, so they're here. That was the Flames first challenge. All right, so, all right, for this one, I need to move Buttercup must be in a space with lightning sand. Westley must be in an adjacent space. Not a problem. And I need love and adventure. Cool. All right, so let me draw 2 cards. Draw 3 cards from a story deck and then discard 2. So let me see if I get a love. I did not. 6, 7. I'm gonna discard this. I need to get love. So it allows me to draw 3. All right, so I got a love, which I only need 1 of. Okay, so I need love and adventure. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, but I need to discard 2. So I'm going to discard a love. I'm going to discard courage. So I need 1 courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, and I need to discard intrigue. I don't need an intrigue. All right, so now I'm at 7. Now I'm at 6. All right. What? 1. Holy cow, there's 20 cards and I drew 4, 2, 1. You guys saw me shuffle. I don't know how that's happening, but I'm enjoying it. All right, so I'm going to move them each 1. Because next turn I'm going to move her over 1. Actually, I need that. Oh, I have all the cards I need. Okay. I'm going to catch this in because I can move her over and then catch those in. Courage and a love. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend a love to move her 1. Then I'm going to catch these 2 in. To clear the lightning thing. All right. Draw 1 card from the special deck. Wild card, which I don't need, which means I can burn those to move characters, which is always good, especially with this next one. Oh, I only have to defeat 1 of the rats. Awesome. I don't have to defeat them all, just 1. Just have to defeat one of them. Very cool. Okay. All right, so I'm going to draw 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need, so I just need to discard down to 6. Plot. All right. 12. Move each route's 1 space closer to the nearest character. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Flip 1 wound because there is now a Rouse on ROUS under Buttercup. Which is fine. I'm going to move Westley 2 to burn the courage, adventure, and revenge. To remove that one and complete it. Now I have 3 cards. I am going to use all 3 to move them all to the escape. 2 for Buttercup and 1 for Westley. Challenge completed. Chapter completed. That was chapter 4. All right. This isn't as bad solo as I thought it was going to be when I did that first dry run through of, but I also got very lucky. In this one, the rats were not moving for 3 turns. because that could have been very bad. Let me make sure those are mixed up a little bit here. But I'm going to take it. It's a win. All right, moving on to the next chapter. How's everybody doing out there tonight? Thank you for watching. All right, chapter 5. Fire Swamp, or It'll Take a Miracle. Story so far. All seems lost. Westley is in the hands of the foul Count Rugen, trapped in the pit of despair. Buttercup is set to marry Prince Humperdinck, and Inigo has fled to the Thieves' Forest. Fezzik sets off alone to find his friend. All right. Chapter rules. The Isle. Buttercup and Prince Humperdinck cannot be moved by the players. Plot effects move them. Fezzik and the Brute Squad. Whenever Fezzik is on a space with the Brute Squad, return the Brute Squad counter to the barracks. Westley is mostly dead. Westley cannot be moved by players. While Westley and Fezzik are in the same space, whenever Fezzik moves, Westley moves with him. The chapter is interrupted if Prince Humperdinck and Buttercup move to the I do space on the Isle over here. It actually has the marriage speech. So as I move into each space, I will try. I don't do voices and accents very well, so feel free to laugh. So let's deal myself to 4 cards. The plot table, 1 to 17. If there are no Brute Squads remaining in the barracks, move Prince Humperdinck and Buttercup 1 space along the aisle. Otherwise, place a Brute Squad from the barracks on the space with the same number as the revealed plot card. Okay. So I need Fezzik to remove the Brute Squads to send them back to stop the I-do's from happening. Okay. 18 to 20, move Prince Humperdinck and Buttercup 1 space along the aisle. So, all right, so Fezzik's goal is to keep the Brute Squads, these 2 tokens, staying in here. All right, let's look at the setup. Place Fezzik on the start space. Place a miracle on the space up there at 17. Place 1 Brute Squad on space 5. Place the other in the barracks. Place Buttercup and Prince Humperdinck on their spaces. Place Inigo on his portrait. Right. Place Westley on his portrait. We are no longer using Vizzini. Okay. All right. So challenges. Fezzik revives Inigo. Fezzik must be at the cottage. Let's see, where's the cottage? Oh, the cottage is up here. Okay. Put Inigo on the cottage space. Draw 1 card from the special deck. I need 2 loves and a courage for that one. Where is the man in black? Inigo must be on the pit of despair, which is down here. Put Westley on this pit of despair. I need 2 revenge and 2 adventures to clear that one. Miracle Maxes. Requires Westley, Inigo, and Fezzik at Miracle Max, which is right here. But I need 2 intrigue, a love, 2 wove, and a revenge to do that. And only Fezzik can move Westley. So, all right, so this time the only characters I'm moving right now is Fezzik. All right. So I basically need to do this one in order because I need Inigo to get to Westley and I need all 3 to do the Miracle Maxes. All right, so I got 2 intrigue, adventure, and a wild card. Awesome, awesome. Unfortunately, I don't need any of those until I get to the Man in Black. So I can spend 4 cards to get Fezzik. So I can move him 2. Then I'm going to spend 3 cards to get to the Brute Squad. To return that counter to the barracks. I want to make sure I keep at least 1 in there at all times, and cards 1 through 17 will ask for one, so I want to make sure I got at least one. I'm going to hold on to that wild card and move him back, because there's no point in wasting it now just to get him to the cottage, because I don't have the 3 cards I need. And it can be a wild card that I can use to revive Inigo right now. Oh, and I'm sorry for kicking the camera. All right, let's draw. I got a revenge. I got a courage, but not. I need 2 loves. So we do 18. Oh man. Marriage. Marriage is what brings us together today. 18 to 20. They move ahead 1. So not good. All right. Well, there's no reason to move them. Let me just put them at the cottage in case. Yeah. Another revenge. Another courage. Man. Well, the 2 revenges and a courage are nice, because I need those for the next one. Eight. So barracks, Bruce goes to 8. That's kind of far away from me. Oh, crapola. Well, all right. I can see where this comes into play here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to clear that one. 1, 2, 3, 4 to get that one. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that to get those. Oh no, and that to get this one, and I'm gonna draw 3 more because I need. Choose 1 player. That player draws 1 card. Okay, I'll do it right now. Man, this needed a love. But I've got plenty of my revenge now. Need 3 revenge, which I've got. Okay. All right. 6. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 2 and remove that back to there. So I'm good for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 6 cards, so I'm gonna have to. I can't get to that one. 1, 2, 3 to get to that one, to clear that one out. Damn. Okay. That's all right. That's right. Let me draw 2. Courage and adventure. Well, I'm all set to clear the Man in Black, but Inigo must be down at the pit of despair. One. Oh, so he goes to space 1. Back to the start. Oh, crap. That's all right. Oh, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. All right. So I need to discard 2. We'll discard revenge and a courage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back down to 6. Okay. So I'm going to move him 2. I'm going to burn on an adventure. Let's move him a 3rd to get there. Cycling through the deck pretty fast. You know what? Let me do this. Let me spend 2 more to get to that one there. Clear that one out. That way I've got at least 2 turns. And I can get back to the cottage in a couple turns. Yeah. So, courage. Oh, come on. I need love. Oh, my God. This is where I only have a one player, but you go through these decks much faster with two. 7. Oh, okay, so he's back there. That's right. So what I'm going to do is move 1, 2. Clear that. Draw 2 again. Choose a player. They draw 2 cards. Okay. There's my love. All right. So what I want to do is 1, 2. I'm going to use this now. I'm going to draw 2 cards from the story deck now. Yes, that's what I was hoping. So I'm going to burn those 2 to get to there. And burn these 2. Oh, no, burn this 1 to get to the cottage. And then use this and this. No, hang on a second. I did not want to burn 2 loves. I wanted to burn a courage. I need 2 loves and a courage for this. I want to save that wild card. All right. Draw 1 card from the special deck. Draw 3 cards and discard 2. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now with draw 3 and discard 2. There's all the loves all stacked up. All right. I don't need the loves right now. I'm going to discard those. I need to get Inigo down to the Pit of Despair, which is all the way over there. All right, so now Fezzik's job is to go with him to pick him up. All right. What I can do is move him ahead and use Fezzik bouncing around to clear these as needed. 10. All right, not a problem. All right, so the fastest way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is to go that way. I want to move Inigo 2. Leave him at the cottage for right now, because I can get... We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But I need 2 revenge and 2 adventures. All right. Let's draw 2. Intrigue and adventure. All right, so I have the cards I need for this one. $14. So this goes to 14, which is down there. We'll prep. All right. We'll move him to. I'm going to move him 2 again. I'm going to use my wild card. So I got time. I need to clear that out. And he's moving along the same path. So he can go down, get to the Pit of Despair, get that barracks. As I'm moving Inigo down, I'll move the barracks first. So let's draw 2. I'll love and move 1 character 3 spaces. All right. I'm going to do this now. 1, 2, and get him there to clear that out. All right, so he's 1 spot away from Pit of Despair. I don't know if you hear my cat below me, Han. He's once again joining me for our game tonight. Hey, buddy. All right, so I do need another revenge though. And of the 2 cards I drew revenges. All right, so those 4 cards will be used for that. So what? 12, which is back up there. That sucks. But I can. Hunkish. Buddy, no. It's really loud. I don't know if the mic's picking them up or not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Inigo 2, 1, 2. Spend 2 cards to move him into the Pit of Despair. which allows me to spend 2 revenge and 2 adventure to free Westley. Put him down here. Draw 1 card from the special deck. Move a character 3 spaces. Awesome. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend this now. Move him here. That's 1, 2, 3. So Fezzik got ahead with Westley, which is fine. And that was that. Now I can draw 2. Revenge and Love, 2 I need. 20. Oh, okay, they move up. Marriage, that blessed arrangement, that dream within a dream. All right. Well, that's good because I am going to move Inigo 2 to get him here. That way they're all together and it's 1 spot for each to move into numerical maxes. What I need is 2 intrigues. Move a character 3 spots and an adventure. It doesn't help me. What I will do though is I'm gonna burn the adventure card. Oh, I can't. That was my draw. Can't do that. Okay. 19. They move ahead 1 more. Then wove, true wove, will forever you forever. All right. So they all move into numerical maxes. But I don't have the cards I need yet. All right, there's an intrigue. I need 1 more intrigue. Come on, intrigue. Wild card, yes. All right, so on my next turn, I can close that out and then get to the castle gate. Okay. All right. See what happens. 13. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Fezzik in 1 and move everybody 1. Burn this to move Fezzik 3, which gets him up to here with Westley and adds me another brute squad. And then I'm going to burn this adventure card. Oh, I would have done these. Oh, nope. Meant to do those for. Hang on a second. I got to reset. That's next turn. That's next turn. These 3 guys were here. I need to do this first. I need to catch this in. Oh, see? Caught myself. To revive at Miracle Maxes. Have fun storming the castle. Wild card, which I don't need at this point, but it can be used to move cards. So next turn, I move. And I get to the gate. So I think I'm okay. So I got no more brute squads left, which means they will get to 1 spot just before, which is 9. So treasure your love, have you the wing. All right, so now I move them each 1. Then I use this to move 3 to clear that out. I use this to move 1, clear that out. I'm going to use this to move 1, to move Inigo to there. So I get at least 2 turns. So I get cards and entry, which those cards are just being used to discard to move the characters. So we do this 5. That is fine. I'm going to move him 2. Spend 2 cards to move Inigo to the castle gate. Draw 2 is irrelevant at this point because 17 thankfully puts that there, but 1 move moves to the castle gate, which allows me to complete the chapter. So it's 5 chapters in. Thank you for hanging in there. We are now at the final chapter of the Princess Bride storybook adventure game solo version, which I gotta say, it does get a little rough. I am liking it though, because I've just been getting really lucky with some of the cards and some of the movement. Thankfully, I'm able to get to brute squads in that case when I needed to. You know, last round, then it, you know, the rats never moved. I said, if I play something wrong, please let me know in the comments. I'm really curious, especially if I win. First time, you know, I did a dry run last night. Did not go well, but I learned a little bit of the nuance of this game. All right, final chapter, chapter 6. Now, I have not lost my card yet, so I got 2 chances to beat chapter 6. I have not been interrupted once yet. So this has been fun. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this. You know, please comment, let me know if you like this. If there's other solo games you want to see me play, maybe I have them, maybe I can get them. Board games are awesome. This is a game that can be played children of all ages. I'm sure there's a limit, you know. It's 10 plus. 1 to 4 players. So be sure to check it out. Get it on Amazon. Follow the link in the description. All right, so how do we set up for the final chapter? Have fun storming the castle. All right, let's take a look at this board here. Confidence track. Let me explain. No, there's too much. Let me sum up. Buttercup is to marry Humperdinck in less than half an hour. So all we have to do is get in, break up the wedding, steal the princess, make her escape after I killed Count Rugen. Chapter rules. Prince Humperdinck, Buttercup, and Count Rugen cannot be moved by the players. Plot effects and challenges move them. Locked doors. Count Rugen ignores locked doors while moving. Other characters cannot move through locked doors. While Fezzik is in a room with an adjacent locked door, the current player may discard any card to remove the locked door to continue. Confidence. After completing the It Would Be a Pity challenge, you may advance Westley's confidence counter by discarding the required cards and moving to the next space. Okay. Oh, so he's going to move up. And Humperdinck moves up as well. Okay. Of course, It Would Be a Pity is one of my favorite scenes in the movie. May advance what's in my discarding. So I have to complete that one first. Okay. Oh, I don't even place anything there until after. All right. Chapter is interrupted if Count Rugen would move while he is in the dining hall. Honeymoon suite, dining hall. All right, so if Rugen gets to the dining hall and can move, chapter's interrupted. Prince Humperdinck moves into the honeymoon suite before you have completed the It Would Be a Pity. Okay, so challenge. All right, that's down here. Prince Humperdinck's confidence counter moves to the drop your sword space. Okay, so it moves to the middle. All right. Plot table 1 to 7, move Count Rugen 1 space. 8 to 15. If Prince Humperdinck is in the honeymoon suite, move his confidence counter 1 space towards the center. Otherwise, move Prince Humperdinck 1 space along his path. Okay, they all have different paths. Okay. Move Count Rugen 16 to 20. Move Count Rugen 1 space forward along his path. If Prince Humperdinck is in a honeymoon suite, move his confidence counter 1 space towards the center. Otherwise, all right, so 16 to 20, Rugen and Humperdinck move. All right. Challenges. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Inigo and Count Rugen must be in the same space. 2 revenge cards. Draw 1 card from the special deck. Count Rugen runs away and moves 1 space forward along his path. You killed my father. Prepare to die. You must have completed the Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya challenge. Inigo and Count Rugen must be in the same space. Remove Count Rugen from the board. Requires 3 revenge cards. Okay, it would be a pity. Westley and Buttercup must be in the honeymoon suite. Needs 3 love. Place Westley and Humperdinck's confidence counters on the track. Spaces, move Humperdinck to the honeymoon suite. I'm kidding. Shh. Drop your sword. Wesley's confidence counter must be on the drop your sword space. Remove Prince Humperdinck from the board. Han, shh. Go. Go on. Yeah, don't yell at me. Just go. My cat is bossy tonight. Go on. I know. And Fezzik, you did something right. Fezzik must be in the stables. Draw 4 cards from the story deck. Move Fezzik to the escape space. So that's when it can be done on in any order. Okay, so to drop your sword can't happen until after. It would be a pity. All right. And then that's it. If I can accomplish all that. This kiss left all behind. Of course, there was 5 great kisses in the history of time. All right. Oh, setup. Place Fezzik, Inigo, and Westley at the start space. All right. Let me do that because Fezzik's got to go to the stables. Place Buttercup, Prince Humperdinck, and Count Rugen on their respective start spaces. All right. Place the 3 locked lock, lock, and lock. Humperdinck and Wesley's things. I'm going to put those in here because that's where they will be useful. How do I unlock the doors? Well, Fezzik is in a room with an adjacent locked. I forgot to give myself 4 cards. All right, so all right, so Fezzik needs to go in and clear that locked door away first. Okay. All right, so my first 4 starting cards are Courage, Adventure, and move 1 character 3 spaces. Okay. No revenge. It kind of sucks right off the bat because I need them for loves. 2 adventures, though, for Fezzik. Well, 1 adventure. I don't need any courage, though. All right. So Fezzik is going to discard a courage to break that lock. To remove that locked door. All right. So Fezzik moves in. I'm going to move 1, 2, I am going to move Westley. I want to get Westley over into the honeymoon suite. So I'm going to use my Sherman Turbo Rush 1, 2, 3. Get him moving towards. I'm going to spend 2 cards to get Inigo into the castle as well. No, actually, I'm going to spend this 2 to move Fezzik, because I need him to break down that locked door so Inigo can chase Rugen. So he needs to be in the same space twice, and he can't move through the locked door, but Rugen can. I think it's a pretty good start. I need loves and revenge. Revenge. Wild card. Okay. Okay. Two. Move Count Rugen 1 space. That's fine. Alright, so I'm going to move. Need 2 revenge, which I have. One, 2. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Just draw another wild card and an adventure, which I don't need till the end. Okay. Let's see what this one is. 9. 9 moves Prince Humperdinck 1, which is fine. I'm gonna move him 2 and then use revenge. Hello, my name is Inigo Montoya. Draw 1 card from the special deck, and Rugen moves 1 space forward. Choose a player. They draw 2 cards from the story deck. I'm actually going to do that right now, because I need 3 revenges. That's all right. 5. Rugen moves through the door. That's fine, because I can move Fezzik up. I want to move Fezzik up 2 and spend an adventure card to unlock that. All right, now Fezzik can start moving back to the stables. All right. I need to get Westley moving, but I don't have any love yet. So, oh, all right, so I have my 3 revenges for next time, as long as Rugen doesn't move. You may move each character 1 space. Oh, yes, I'm going to move Westley 1, Fezzik moves back 1, and Inigo moves up 1. That really helps. Okay. I completely forgot where I was. Hang on a second, let me retrace. Oh, I drew. I can't use that on a draw. So these will go back like that. Okay. I have to do this. 3. Rugen moves 1. Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay. Now I'm going to move Inigo 2. Now I'm going to do the everybody move. That's why I have this tracker to see where I was, and I stopped using it. So everybody moves 1 space. There, there, and there, which allows me to use 3 revenges. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Remove Count Rugen from the board. Count Rugen's gone. All right. I've got some time for... I'm going to use this adventure. Oh, no, Honeymoon Suite's right there. Okay, Honeymoon Suite is 2 spaces. All right. Let me draw my 2 cards. Oh, I need loves. There we go. Okay, got a love. All right. Now we do this. 13. Humperdinck's not in there yet, so he does that. So I am going to now move Westley 2, which gets me into there. I don't have the cards yet, though. But he's in there. Oh, hey, Josh, how's it going? Softball game went long? I understand. I play softball as well, but it's over 40 on Sunday mornings. Hope you guys won. Just seeing your comment now. No worries about, you can always catch the VOD on this, This one is looking a little tough, though, so we'll have to see how I'm doing. It's the final chapter. We're storming the castle. And the cards are not in my favor right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to burn 2 cards. To move Fezzik 2 spots. I need to get him to the stable. Oh, you won. Good. Then it was worth it. All right, I'm going to draw 2. I don't need revenge. I need loves. Ah, this is killing me. Come on, 20. Move Humperdinck's almost into space. I need to move him 2. I'm going to burn 2 cards to move him 2 more. Come on, I need loves. Man, I'm just not getting the cards this round. 7 is Rugen. Does not apply. All right, so I'm going to spend a revenge to have him block that. All right, then have him move into the stables where I need 2 adventures. I need. Oh, come on. All right. 17. Man. This is not looking good. I'm going to get interrupted and have to start this all over again. So I have no reason to move anybody right now. So, choose a player. That player draws 1 card. Okay, well, let me do that now. Damn, I just need loves or adventures at least. 14. Chapter is interrupted if Prince Humperdinck moves into the honeymoon suite before completed. It would be a pity, which he did. Story got interrupted. That means we reset everything. All right, well, that's my first interruption. Which is fine. So, this is the last go around then. Flip annoying Kevin Arnold over to Columbo Grandpa. So I got 1 chance left. So, let's shuffle and start again. Man, I just was not getting the cards I needed. I was not getting those love cards. Just screwed me. I got over there in time. I had the right cards. Just could not get there. Took care of Count Rugen in a couple of turns. Love the Princess Bride. Game seems interesting and fun. It is. It's actually, there's definitely a strategy to it, and you learn through each playthrough what to focus on first. So I did a dry run yesterday through the first 2 chapters, and then chapter 2 kicked my butt. So I learned how to do it a little bit differently today if I could, and it worked. I was able to move my ship smartly this time to stay ahead of what I needed. But yeah, no, there's each chapter. There was a couple times I got close to being interrupted. For sure. But to make it through to the 6th chapter without getting interrupted is I think it's a good thing. So it gave me 2 chances at the final chapter, right? So just let me finish shuffling here, and we will get restarted again. I want to keep better track of where I am on my action card because I think I messed something up that turn. All right, so let's see. My first cards are Courage, Intrigue, and Adventure, which I don't need Courage and I don't need Intrigue, but I do need Adventure at the end. Draw 3. I can do that here in a second. So let me discard 1 to knock down that lock, so that I'm going to move Inigo too. I want to get him close to Rugen. Shh, I'm kitty. Be quiet, bud. Yeah. He's down here just howling. Yeah, huh? Are you howling? Huh? Here. Say hi to everybody. Yeah. See, this is Han. Big pain in my butt. Yeah. He's a sweetie. And it's past his bedtime and he's supposed to get special somethings, but he can get down and be quiet. Yeah. Go on. Go. Go. All right, so I'm going to draw 2 cards. Wild card, which is nice. And a love. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to draw these 3 cards and discard 2. Because I want to get... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, I drew cards I don't need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But that wasn't my draw. Oh, that was, hang on a second, that was my draw. I can't do that. I can't do that on the draw. That has to wait. That's where I'm getting myself messed up when I draw cards that I can play. I can only play the special cards during the storytelling action. All right, so somebody's moving here. 8, which moves Humperdinck 1. All right. I am gonna move. I'm gonna move Westley in 2. I need to get Westley over to the honeymoon suite just in case. Now I'm gonna draw the 3 cards so I can play them or do stuff with them. Draw 3, discard 2. So I'm just gonna discard these 2 because they were useless to me. I'm gonna discard these 2. I'm gonna move Westley 2 to there. Now I'm meant to draw. Don't need intrigue. Another wild card. All right, so I can do it would be a pity. I have to do that one first. Because that one seems to end right away. Ends the fastest. 6 means Rugen moves. That's fine. I am going to put Westley in the honeymoon suite. I'm going to burn my 2 wild cards. And the love to complete it would be a pity. So the confidence tracks now start. All right. So that got rid of one of the interruption, the ways I can be interrupted. Move Humperdinck to the honeymoon suite. Okay. So all three of them are in there. All right. So Wesley's, I need to burn cards for Westley to get him, to get his sword over. So I'm going to burn this adventure to move to the any space there. I need an intrigue plus any to do that, but I also need some revenge cards here. So let me draw 2. Intrigue can be used, intrigue, and courage. All right. Well, I need a courage and intrigue at the end. So that's good to know. 13. Humperdinck moves 1 spot closer. All right. I'm going to move Inigo up 2. No, you know what? I'm going to move Fezzik into, because I need him to break that door down. So Rugen can't run away as fast. I'm going to do an intrigue and a courage to move that. You may move each character 1 space. Oh, I'm definitely going to do that. Oh, I can't do that right now. This is on the draw. And move 1 character 3 spaces so I can catch up. All right. 4. Rugen moves 1. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move Fezzik 2 because I want Fezzik to. So everybody moves 1. I'm going to burn this intrigue to take down that lock. What I'm going to do is move Fezzik 3 spaces back now. 1, 2, 3 to get him out towards the stable. Because now he freed the path open for Inigo to chase Rugen, sorry. All right. Now I just need revenge cards. A lot of them. Adventure, I need... Oh, there's 1 revenge. All right. 9 is Humperdinck's tracker. Damn. All right. I'm going to move Fezzik 2, 1, 2. All I can do is draw. All right, so that's my next turn. 5 is Rugen. That's fine. I gotta stop him before he gets to the dining hall, though. All right, so draw 1 card. Love plus any. Okay, so I'm going to do that now and move his. Oh. I need adventure for the next one. Oh. I need adventure for the next one. Well, I'll just have to roll with that because I need to get that moving. And now I'm going to draw 3 cards. Oh, you know what? Hang on a second. No, I will hold off on doing that because I may get better combinations. So I can draw 3 cards here. 1, 2, 3. So I get another revenge. Second adventure. So I'm going to do the love with this intrigue that I don't need to move that one because I need 2 adventure for Fezzik. I need 1. Okay, so I can catch him now and get that one. Then I need 3 revenge. Now I can draw 2. Come on. All right, come on, give me another revenge and intrigue. That's fine. I can play around a little bit. Let's see, 3. Yeah, he moved. Damn. That's right. I'm gonna move him 2, but spend this intrigue to get him into the space. And I spend 2 revenge to do this. He moves 1 space away. Oh man, I need some revenge though. I need a wild card. You may move one. You may move each character 1 space. All right, I'm going to move him 1 space. Move him 1 space. That was from that. So now's my draw. Courage and intrigue. Okay. $10. That's Humperdinck. Okay. All right, I'm going to move him 2. Move 1 and have him bust the door down by discarding that. And move into the stables. And dump the 2 adventure. Which gives me 4 cards from the story deck. And I move Fezzik to the escape. Yes. All right, let's see what I got. Give me some. Dang, this game has layers. The layers add with each chapter. So it gets harder and harder or more complex. I don't need all these damn courages. Doesn't help me any. But I can draw 2 more because now my draw phase, because that was all that. Adventure, which I can use for that. I need to discard down to 6, so I need to get rid of these 2. Okay. 20. Rugen moves, and he moves 1. Man. All right, I'm going to move him 1. I'm going to do... Okay, I did cash in his 2 adventure. I'm going to do move him 1. I need a revenge or a wild card. Man, we're down to 1 final spot. Man. Don't need an adventure. Got my revenge. As long as Rugen doesn't... Man, I need Rugen to move. If Rugen moves, I'm good because I can get him on my next turn. Rugen moves. It's a 7. Rugen moves 1. Which he only interrupts the game if he can't move once he's in the dining hall. He just got there. So, he moves. He kills Rugen. Now I just... Man, Basically, this card... Draw 2, wild card and intrigue. Oh my god, I have the cards I need to win. I just need this card, this pot card, to be a 1 through 7. If it's a 1 through 7, nothing happens. If it's an 8 to 20, Humperdinck's confidence track moves to the middle and he wins the game. Because I have the 3 cards I need to move Westley's confidence into the middle. So we're coming down to, I don't know how many Rugen cards were played. 1, 2. Man, most of Rugen's cards were played. Oh, I don't want to look at the deck. I need this to be a 1 through 7. Let's see what it is. 17. Humperdinck wins. That's about as close as you can come to winning this game. Let me see how many 1 through 7s have already been played. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of them were already played. So there was no way I was getting through this. I had to go 3 more rounds in order to... Man, I just needed 1 round. That sucked. I did not win. So it took just over 2 hours to play the entire chapter. It says 15 minutes a chapter. Man, but you know what? I'll take that. I made it to the last damn turn. Wow. And if you just tuned in, you have to start over at chapter 1. You start completely over. Man. So let me get the game set up for next time, because I don't know when I'm going to play it. Josh, you weren't here at the start. There will not be a live stream this week. There was not one last week. I had too much going on. I think I'm going to do this one again. I love Vantage, but I've been playing it a lot, and I'm starting to playing solo is a little rough. You end up making similar decisions every time, and I really want to play this game. And of course, because I lost, I have more reason to want to play this game again. So let me know in the comments if you want to see me do Vantage and this on different nights. If you want to see just Vantage, you weren't a big fan of this one at all. Mainly, let me rephrase. For Sunday nights at 9 o'clock, do you like if I mix it up a little bit? Or do you want me to stick with the same game? And if so, let me know in the comments which one it is. Which one do you like me to see? Princess Bride, Vantage, or a different game? All right. Yeah, I didn't get a lot of the miracle cards, so I used them to draw cards, not get special deck. Oh man, I just did that. I missed the 2 decks. So there's definitely different ways to play, but I've definitely enjoyed this game. 100% enjoyed it. Definitely worth picking it up. Like I said, it is on Amazon. It's not on Ravensburger site anymore. On their site is the Lord of the Rings and the new Wizard of Oz one. The more games you can learn, the better. Yeah, the problem is finding good solo games. So I'm looking for more suggestions. You know, Final Girl I know is a good solo game. I have some, of course. I have some solo games I can play, some games I've never played. So it'd be nice to get some out of the box, you know, get them out of the plastic wrap. Where is my mouse disappeared on me? Whenever you choose, I'll be there. Great. Like I said, Josh, I really appreciate you coming in every week. Really do. I know people have a lot to watch, but I appreciate everybody who watches. I just started an Instagram account, so check us out. Yeah, the artwork is just truly phenomenal. It's heavy duty. They're thick pages. Thick cardboard, so it lays flat. The minis are really good. Like here's Fezzik's. It's got the rock, got the afro. You know, Rugen's got this. He's holding up his 6 fingers. You know, you can tell they put a lot of thought into this game. Just like all the games from Ravensburger, I can't wait to play the Goonies one, but you have to have a GM and then some players. That may be for a different stream. They're hitting all the IP that is my childhood. Princess Bride, Goonies, and then of course Lord of the Rings. I have those. Like I said, I have a ton of Ravensburger puzzles. So, and I dropped a puzzle. I dropped a piece on the floor here. So I think next stream, for a Sunday, it's probably going to be this. I may actually do a pop-up stream maybe this week. Because I really want to play this game again. I think I got very lucky at some of the middle chapters because I beat a couple of them really easily. So I'm not counting my chickens before they hatch kind of deal because I know luck. And I don't want to knock it up, but man, one turn. I just needed one more turn. The last two chapters were rough on me for cards. That is for sure. I was not getting the cards I needed. That fifth chapter took forever because I wasn't getting the cards I needed. But yeah, so please check these guys out. But yes, that is The Princess Bride adventure book game from Ravensburger. Ages 10 and up, 1 to 4 players. There are no special rules for solo. It's a little bit harder, I think, because you don't have extra cards on the table to trade, but you're also not going through the plot cards as fast because it's after each person. So it does kind of scale that way, but man, none of the things scale down. Like, you still need just as many cards no matter how many players you have. But I do love it. Definitely was a fun time. Great entertainment for it coming down to the wire. Yeah, man. I was hoping I had one more extra turn left, but I needed 3. But that's how board games go. And I don't win board games. So I've won Vantage a couple of times recently, and that's one reason why I thought I wanted to switch. Just to mix it up. But it is late. We've been at this for 2.5 hours. Josh, thank you as always for popping in. I appreciate it. Anybody else who popped in or watches this on a video on demand, the VOD, please, thank you. As always, like, subscribe, check out the Instagram. I'm hoping to do a little bit more with it in terms of reels and daily posts maybe. Check out all our socials. I'm not very active, too much stuff going on, but please check it all out. Check out the merch. Buy yourself a Miso pillow. That's the extra large one. So, may your tables be full of laughter. Have a good night.